Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. So there are two parts to Nell and Chris. The first part is about him showing Sonny and Moses a home. Nell was like, you don't think that's going to be a problem with Destiny? And I agree with Chris. I don't have to check in with Destiny to sell a home. I don't have to check in with her to do my job. But then she said, with everything y'all been through, and his response was, I haven't talked to her about that. What is that? What is going on with Destiny and Chris? Did y'all catch that? So the second part of this conversation, Nell is talking to Chris about their grown children. More importantly, 3 of them. Lance, their niece Kiki, and Chris Jr. Now, you know Chris Jr. is in and out of jail. That's factual. Lance has been in jail. She said him not so much. But Kiki's not even their daughter. She's their niece. And now, with them being grown and having W-2s, Nell wants to set boundaries. Because she and Chris can't do the things that they want to do because they're giving all their money to the kids. But Chris lets us know that the children come to her for the finances. So now you had control about this the whole entire time. So you just giving out the money. Now you need Chris to do what? He is passive. This is your fault, ma'am. Now she's talking about her mental health is a problem. This is Nell's fault. So now Chris is over here at this house, right? Allegedly, Martell has built this house without a builder's license. So he is always in this rental property ready for somebody to look at it. So when Chris explains that Sonny and Moses are coming over, Martell was like, you know, where do they live? What brings them here? And then he asks Chris, have you checked with Destiny before doing this? Chris said in his confessional that he looks at Destiny like a little sister. Chris does not have to check with Destiny. This is Chris's job, unlike what Destiny has. Why do people keep asking this man to check with Destiny? Okay, so Moses and Sonny has made it to the rental property, right? Martell is telling them how to create children, and we find out that she has been using IVF. So they are trying to start a family. Did y'all notice in the confessional when Moses was saying, coming from St. Louis, where we come from, I don't want anybody looking over my shoulder? Sonny was literally mouthing every word that he was saying. I told y'all, he is produced. Do you understand me? Because she already know what she's working with. So clearly, Sonny and Moses is from a rough part of St. Louis, right? I don't think anything is wrong with them moving to Huntsville. I really don't. It's not that big, but it's big enough. They don't have to be in the same circles as Destiny. And everybody needs to quit worrying about Destiny. Destiny has other stuff she needs to worry about. These people are married. So when Moses asks Martell, what's the asking cost of the house? Like, you don't know? $340. For that house in Huntsville? I don't think so. I don't think so. Martell's so messy, right? He couldn't wait to bring up Destiny. But more than anything, because I've already talked about this, but I will say this. If Sonny and Moses are going to be on the show, I want them to be on the show, right? I'm tired of her fighting for her love. She said in here that she hopes that people accept them. Guess what? They may not. So if they don't, what are you going to do? I told you take your husband on back to St. Louis, but if y'all going to be in Huntsville, y'all need to just be in Huntsville. And quit trying to get people to see your side. Girl, you got the man. Let's keep going. I don't know why Martell is at Sonny's warehouse. Like, I don't even understand. I don't understand it. Like, are they friends like that? Beside the point. So Martell has said that he was interested in Trish enough to DM her and have her to come over to see what's up. Does Ken know that? I'm with Stormy. Does Ken know that? Did you tell Ken that? You didn't tell Ken that at the bowling alley. Trish, did you tell Ken that? Martell is all about making somebody look crazy, side chickish, whatever it is, to make himself look better. But it makes you look so crazy, sir. He always has an agenda. Always. So as Martell and Stormy are talking about their harassing communication warrants, why is Martell pretending like he can be around Mel? Because he has some paperwork at home explaining why Mel is not in his space, right? And why he can't be in her space. Martell, we already know that. So if you could try to be honest, it could help sometimes. But we know why Mel wasn't at the party. And he knows why Mel wasn't at the party. This is strictly for the millimeters. Have y'all checked on to see if y'all going to get a W-2 at the end of January of 2025? Because if anybody has worked harder on this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's the millimeters. Martell said Mel created him, she named him, and she can stop him. Stormy said a millimeter was the one who came to her warehouse. I have never, in my watching TV life, from the moment I can understand what's going on the show, I've never known anything like this before. This is crazy. Y'all are like the unsung heroes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is a blackout, but the millimeters are front and center. Congratulations. What's Stormy talking about? Martell out here building these houses. Did Martell get his builder's license? How can we find it out? Martell don't have no builder's license. Stormy, what are you talking about? Now, a question that I have is, how is Mel and Stormy now? Because we saw Mel and Stormy have dinner together, right? But then all this stuff she just said to Martell about Mel, I don't know. But Melody is not on this show tonight. This is wild. So, Sonny invited Kimmy out to speak with her without Tisha. That's smart. We find out that Maurice's father has been in prison, right? And we also find out that Moses has spent 15 years of his life in prison. Did you hear him say corona? That's why Sonny is over there mouthing everything to make sure he said what she's told him to say in this confessional. And P.S., why is everybody sitting over here worried about Destiny's feelings? Okay, it wasn't right. The way Sonny and Moses went by this whole situation, it was wrong, okay? But we're here now. Destiny has got to move on. She's a grown woman. She's cried about it. Let's keep it moving. This man said corona. Really? Child, it was Sonny saying, whoo. After this man said he did 15 years in prison altogether. But I have a question. Can you get loans after you've been to prison 3 times? Can you do that? Because I didn't think you could do that. But I don't know the ins and outs of it. So if anybody does, let me know. I'm going to have to agree with Maurice. This man has lost a lot of time, right? So he wants a lot of stuff right now. He says Sonny was a blessing, right? She knows what he's been through. I don't think Destiny took that time with him. So when he says she didn't have time for me, that's what he's talking about. He needs that. Like, some men just need that. And Sonny is giving him what he needs. So, honey, I'm good. Love who loves you. Let's keep going. Kimmy gonna catch some flack behind this because she said she has an infinity for Sonny because Sonny was there for her diagnosis. And Kimmy's never gonna forget that. So I can't wait to see how Destiny feels about that. So Nell said that the 2 grandchildren are gonna be the only people that she's gonna put money out for. These grown people right here gonna have to do it for themselves. Then Kiki breaks down. So Kiki does have a mother and father, but they are not active in her life, and she looks at Nell and Chris as her parents. So it looks like Nell is still going to be giving her a little change out, right? Because Nell has mentioned grandkids, and she feels like, you know, you're right. I'm not your daughter. You're not my mother. You're not my father. I don't have anybody. So we'll see how far this goes. I will say this. I'm here for a Fletcher show. You can cancel all this other stuff. I'd watch them. Nell is refusing to go to therapy. She needs to go to therapy. Baby, we get Marquez next week. I can't wait. Bye, y'all.